I've got a cool project coming on where we're gonna be building this bad boy. If you recognize that surface as well as these weird pistons that are sloped, then you'll know that that build is a VR6. This is a 24 valve VR6. It's a German engine. These are sloped cylinders coming off of one crank with one head, so it's an inline V6. I have another engine that needs to come apart, and I'm gonna clean everything up and put everything back together with the best parts available to me. I decided I'd like to clean all these engine parts up, inspect everything, look for microfractures from potential overheating, look for ringland failure, anything like that, so that I can roll out all of the worst parts and put all the best parts that I can in this engine. Today's going to be a bit different of a video because I bought an ultrasonic cleaner on Vevor. This is not a sponsored product whatsoever. I was just looking for an ultrasonic cleaner, and this is a pretty big one on the market that you can order. Let's get into it, see what it looks like. I'll have you know, the package did come looking like that. It's probably not at the fault of Vevor though, it's probably at the fault of the shippers. There she is, in all her glory. Sometimes tack welds on little baskets like this can be pretty bad. This doesn't seem of bad enough quality to cause any issues. It's all electronic, which I don't see any issue with that, as long as it works. I whipped this up right before I started shooting this video, so that I could have some semblance of a plan for while I was shooting. So, this is the Ketchup Juicer Reviews point rubric. We've got 15 total possible points. We've got 5 points in quality and aesthetic, 5 points in function, and 5 points on price. The things that I'm basing these off of are, as far as aesthetic and quality, is materials used, fit and finish, and the looks of the product. Like, it's going to be sitting on my shelf in my shop. What's it going to look like? Function is exactly what it sounds like. First of all, does it work at all? Second of all, how well does it work? And then 5 points based on price, which is price comparable. I figure, you know, some of the most important things are, does it work? Does it look decent? Is it built well? And what is the price compared to other places that you can buy it? I'm gonna go ahead and say, just by looking at this, it's a pretty decently built thing. They've got what looks like a 90mm fan on the bottom here that has a cage guard so nothing can get caught in it. It's all made out of this stainless steel paneling with this checker pattern on it, which I think actually looks pretty cool. It's got nice standoff feet, made of some kind of rubber. I mean, the plug on the back and the switch on the back feel quality. None of these buttons feel too bad. Quality and aesthetic, I don't see why I can't give it a 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5. It's a 5 on the Ketchup Juicer scale of approval, whatever that means. The table they sent with it is kind of caving in, so we upgraded to this Coleman powered one. Alright, I got it all hooked up. I got fluids here. I didn't think about it, but let's make sure it turns on. Yep, it turns on. Let's add a little bit of fluid. Start with a little bit of water. And then our test this morning, which is a really conclusive test for this review. Although it's dirty, this is carburetor cleaner. It's dirty from cleaning some carburetors, but that should not affect its ultrasonic cleaning and abrasive caustic abilities. So, this is what we're adding. Not sure what parts to what parts we're doing. We're just sending her, bud. And then the next bit of our concoction is going to be the rest of this can of engine degreaser. Original. Oh yeah, that should do us pretty good. Okay, I've got it heating up. Got our mixture made. Got our basket loaded, as you can see. Let's throw these parts in, see how it works. We're gonna go for a 20-minute run. This thing sounds terrible. I'll bring you back when we're pulling out nice, fresh, clean. Shut off after the 20-minute timer. So immediately what I'm gonna do is on function. It worked, like it did work. It did heat up and the timer did work and it shut off afterwards. These last two are based on how well it cleaned the parts. Oh yeah. Looks like the pistons might need to be ran through a little bit more, but things like this gear, I mean, even I guess the back side of the gear could be cleaned off, but I mean that's plenty clean for a gear. Let's check out some pistons. Oh yeah, I can already tell based on the color of the actual metal on the rod that it did quite a bit. I think the pistons will get ran through maybe a couple times each. Seeing as how I can fit, I think I could probably do at least 4 pistons total in here. I'd say for only a 20-minute run with a not very good solution, I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing both points. Well, after a 20-minute run in the ultrasonic cleaner, as well as about 10 minutes of elbow grease with hot water and a Brillo pad, here's the result. So I've given function both of its other points, so that's 5 points in function as well as 5 points in quality and aesthetic. And now we're going to talk about price. I looked everywhere for an ultrasonic cleaner. There are a few comparable ones. Do your research. Don't ever listen to any one person. Maybe you can find a better deal than me. The price that I paid for this unit, after everything, it was tax because it was free shipping, was $188 for a 30 liter. So for me, I'm also giving it 5 points for price. So, if you'll notice from our expertly drawn out sheet here, quality and aesthetic, I gave it a 5. Function, I gave it a 5. It works. It works good. Price, I gave it a 5 because again, for this size unit, I could not find anything that was $188 shipped to my house. Of a score of 15, The Vevor Ultrasonic Cleaner, in my opinion, gets a 15 out of 15. I don't know what my opinion means, but take it or leave it. If you for some reason enjoyed my review of this ultrasonic cleaner, then like and subscribe and whatnot. Maybe I'll review some stuff in the future as I get it. If you're interested in the VR6 build or the mid-engine rear-wheel drive Honda Civic that this VR6 is going to be planted in the back of, then like and subscribe as well, because all of that kind of stuff is gonna start coming to fruition a bit more now. Have a great day, and remember, don't let your meat loaf.